Oh my god, hey, what's up, my beautiful listeners, my ghouls, goblins, and witches? Wow, I'm so punny and cute, and honestly, Halloween-centric. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing amazing. I hope you're doing great. I hope this week goes by swimmingly for you, and I hope everything is beautiful, as it should be. You deserve it. This episode's gonna be great, and here's why. I didn't pre-write anything down. I don't really know what we're going to talk about. I don't even know what I'm going to begin with. But sometimes those are the best episodes because I typically just fly and then we land and we figure it out. But for some reason, I can always find my way. So hopefully that's the case here. If not, yikes. Sorry again. Like I said, some episodes, they're not great. Others, they are great. So we'll see. Next episode, though, could be a good one. Could potentially have a guest. Have I asked this guest yet? No. But will I force them to do it with me? Probably. But look, I just think it would be cool. I really don't know if they'll say yes, but I think it could be very interesting. So, we'll see if that happens. If not, sorry to get your hopes up, but it's just going to be me again. So we'll see. We'll really see. Oh, I don't know, guys. How was your Tuesday? I'm recording this on Sunday, as I always do. And already, I'm a little bit annoyed. And here's why. I'm a little bit annoyed because the guy who gave me the key to this little silent room obviously wasn't enjoying his day. Wasn't enjoying his little shift. Because I walked in and he's just like looking down on his phone. And, you know, I've worked the front desk before. Sometimes I'm, like, in my work, things like that. I'm studying. He was on his phone. But, you know, regardless. Sometimes I'm studying, and so I don't see people when they're standing right in front of me. And I guess it depends if you want to be that person who's like, hey, or if you just want to stand there until they look up. I chose to do the latter. It wasn't even that long, really. But he just, like, looked up at me, and I was like... Well, okay, so he was sitting, staring at his phone, and I was just like, okay, like, hello. And then the other girls, because there's two people working, she was coming in, so I just wanted her to help me, because I was like, well, I'm done with you. But then he looked up before she could get into her seat, so I was just like, oh, okay, I have to talk to this guy. And he just stared at me, and I was like, can I have the key to this room, please? And then he, like, looked it up. He was like, did you make a reservation? I was like, yes. And then he was like, can I have your ID? I was like, what? He was like, can I have your ID? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. Like, I just don't understand. I know it's a late shift. It's 11 right now. The media center closes at midnight. I get that. But also, I didn't do anything to you, sir. I just want my key so I can record an extra sip. That's all I want. No one forced you to be here. And if you want money, look, we're all out here doing jobs to get money, okay? Some of us may not like them. Some of us may be really tired by the end of it. Like, that's so normal. But at least fake that smile and try to be a decent person. Because as soon as he gave me my key and I was leaving, two, like, girls walked in and I guess they knew him. And he just was, like, so attentive and started talking to them. And I was like, okay. Like, we didn't have to be that dramatic about it. But okay. Like, go off, I guess. It was odd. I didn't like it. But I'm also a very... what's the word? Like, I just wish everyone could be, like, smiley and happy and just nice and genuine, I think. Of course, I love silling tea. I love silling all of the tea. I love spilling tea. I love hearing about it. But at the end of the day, I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want anyone to be negatively impacted. You know, I think that that's not the way to go about things. And, you know, of course, learn the hard way about that. I think life is about growing, but I'm just, like, not into that. So let's just be nice to one each other. Okay, thanks. It's such a small thing, guys, but, like, I don't know if anyone else feels that. Small things, you just think about it. And you're like, well, what was it? I think it was something on Twitter where it was saying how the small things sometimes are that deep, because, you know, usually people are like, it's literally not that deep. But for some small things, it is that deep, because on Twitter, it was like, out of all the ways you could have moved, you chose to move this way. And I totally get that. Like, why? I don't get it. I don't get it. But I get it. I just don't get him. It's fine. I already talked about this for like 3 minutes, so I'm a stop. I'm a move on. What I wanted to do in this episode was kind of be a little bit raw and a little bit real. I think I'm always raw R&R with y'all. R&R. Read and relax. But, I don't know. Let's just dive even deeper, shall we? Shall we? So, this past week was actually so difficult for me. And it sucks because I can't really get into too much details about it. Because it's something that I'm still working through. Something that's, I'm not sure where I'm at with it, which is a scary and dangerous position to be in. But it's just not in my control. It's something that has to be dealt with other people. In a sense, all I can do is go in, do my best, show who I am, but it's hard because I can't explain what it is. When things are cleared up, hopefully I can, because I think this is such an important conversation to have. This, in a way, this is like similar to something else that I went through, but also completely different. But it just put me on the defense. I was forced to, wow, okay, I'm sorry. Hold on. I just got the biggest, like, notification. Google requires your password. I don't think you do, but alright, relax. But like I was saying, it just forced me to be on the defense, and I just had to defend myself. And I don't know if you've ever been in that position, but it teaches you so much. Because going into interviews and things like that, for example, I like them. I think it's because I love theater, and when I'm in front of the person for an interview, I treat it like a role, and I'm like, okay, your role is Miriam Smaki, and you need to make her to be the most iconic shining star, and you need to showcase that to these people who you want to be hired by. And typically my interviews go really well. I'm gonna knock on wood on that one, because as a senior, these next interviews are going to be really, really important. Not that the ones before were not, but, you know, this is game time. You know, we are in the NBA. LeBron James just passed us the ball. Like, we need to shoot the 3-pointers. You know what I mean? So I typically have a good time during interviews, but that's because I know they're coming. In situations like the one I'm in right now, I didn't really know that I was going to be in this position where I would need to advocate for myself, advocate for my character and who I am. The fact that I am a hardworking person, I can be very diligent, I have skills, and that's just a person I am, and that's who I want to showcase to people. That person is who I want to showcase. Yeah. And, you know, sometimes it is tough doing so many things on campus and so many things in life, and you have like relationships to deal with, friendships, because I'm still single, but there's just so many things that you have to work through, and then something else just is piled on that you're just not expecting, and it hurts, it sucks, but you just have to put on a brave face. Oh, guys, it's tough. I don't know if you've ever been in a situation where someone's talking to you and what you're hearing is sad, and you feel attacked in a way, or you feel just, it's a weird situation because you didn't expect it, but what they're saying you can understand. And so you're like, okay, well, your reasoning is valid, and you're just trying so hard not to cry. That was me. And it was very tough. It was very tough, but we got through it. We cried after. That's why I said I'm going to be very raw and real with you guys. I feel like I cry a lot. This past week, it was a lot. But that's just how my body wants to cope with things. She's like, minor inconvenience, let's cry. Like, even today, my laptop wasn't working, and I wanted to work on a research memo that I have to turn in for Tuesday. That's why I'm at the library. Want to record this for you guys. Hey. But also because my laptop is just, it will not open Google Drive and Google Docs, which is so sad. And I don't know if it's the internet. Hikey might be the Wi-Fi. My school is playing games and I don't like it, but everyone's going through it. So at least I'm not alone in that regard. So why did I bring, oh, this happens every time, guys. Why did I bring that up? Oh, because I cried. LOL. Yeah, it wasn't working. And I was just so frustrated. I kept refreshing, wasn't working. So I just shut it down, took a shower, cleaned my room a little bit, and now we're here. We have like a page done of my research memo. It only has to be 1,200 words, which is about 4.5 pages, double space, so 2.5, single. So I am well on my way, guys. I have a lot of time tomorrow, so we're Gucci. You know, it's such a small inconvenience, but my body was like, let's cry. It's fine, though. It's so fine. But yeah, I can't say much more about the situation. I mean, if you come ask me about it, I can tell you. I just don't want it to be publicized until... I was actually listening to a podcast about this, kind of, where these guys were saying, I don't understand how people document every stage of their grieving or their struggling. And it's like, I mean, I can kind of see it where you want it to be raw and real R&R. And you want to be genuine and show people I am in this position. I like the advantages, the privilege I have, whatever you want to call it. But I still struggle and I still deal with these things. And I want to take you through that with me. I can understand that. But also, as you're dealing through things, you're so like just fueled with emotion, you know? And I don't understand how you can make accurate decisions and then publicize it. Because also, when you put things online and people are commenting like, oh, yes, like, girl, like, get it. Or like, yes, like, preach. In a way, you can get caught up in yourself. And you can just move in a direction that you don't want to move in. Because you're getting all of this feedback. And you're like, oh, they support it, so I should keep going. So it's no longer even decisions made by yourself. You're being biased. And I definitely have encountered that myself, where I'm talking to friends, they'll hype me up, and then I start, you know, going off of that higher and higher, and then I may make decisions that shouldn't have been made. Or I'll be with friends who they are saying one thing, and I'm like, oh, I don't really know, but how they're talking and like talking to me about it, and I'm like, oh, like, okay, like, I guess I'll build with you. And then I'm like, wow, like, I should not have even made these steps because now we're in a place where I don't want to be. So, yeah. I just feel like it's so important, but it goes all back to people who aren't comfortable with being alone and having that introspection and working things out with themselves. Because when you're but then, see, I'm just counteracting myself. Because it's also good to share these things and talk with people. So it's hard. It's difficult. I just know that in this situation, because I am dealing with it, and because I'm not sure where things are really moving, I need to deal with it myself. But if you want to ask me in person, like, I'll definitely tell you. I just don't want it to be publicized. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm really saying. Moving on from that, because I know it's confusing, and I hope that I'm not, like, I hope you're not annoyed. I can understand that where, someone is beating around the bush so much, and just talking in circles, and then you're just like, okay, honestly, I don't even want to hear this, because I don't know what you're talking about, but, sorry. I'm sorry. It's just a big thing that I'm dealing with, and something that made me cry so many times this week, so that's all I wanted to say. Moving on. Another thing that's kind of R&R, raw and real, is that, y'all, so, I am so excited because spring break, my best friend and I, we're going to, well, we keep changing it, but basically, we're gonna run this town. Not this town, Williamsburg, but we're going to Miami. We're going to be travelers. We're going to be out here on a plane, or we'll do a cute road trip moment. I don't know. But we're going to be out here. We're going to be soaking in the rays. Our melanin is going to be popping. We're going to look cute. And honestly, I'm excited. I'm excited. Last spring break, I went to LA, which was beautiful. I will never forget that trip. This spring break, I'm going to be going with my wife, my main girl, and we're going to Miami, and we're going to rule this town. However, I think this is such good motivation for me because we are in October now. It's October 6th, and we have November, December, January, February, March. 5 months. Guys, 5 months is so much time to redirect myself, to better myself, and to just be my iconic queen. And so the territory I'm stepping into now is the body. Now, I know this is a touchy subject for a lot of people. Yes, I don't even know. I don't think I'm going to say anything triggering, but of course I know people are triggered by different things. I really don't think I am, guys. So, yes, I think everything should be fine on that regard. If something is touchy, I apologize in advance. But, guys, the body, I think so many people have had just body issues or body confidence, self-confidence in general. I think that has started so young for so many people. I mean, for me, I think it was huge in middle school because people are mean in middle school. But also elementary school, you can see it a lot. But I think for me, it was like middle school a lot, and it's stemming from so many places. For a lot of people, it could be like in the family, it could be with friend groups, it could be with media and pop culture and celebrities, everything like that, you know? And it can just mess you up so hard so that those, like, what you're dealing with just continues into today. Like, it's been years since I've been in middle school, years, and yet I'm still trying to overcome everything I went through in middle school and everything like that. Like, I can genuinely say I don't remember the last time I wore a swimsuit, and I know for a lot of people that's shocking, especially because so many people love the beach and they love the pool and everything like that. And I mean, I just don't love the beach. I don't care if I was a Victoria's Secret model. I don't like the beach. Just because it's too much sand. I just don't want to get my hair sandy. It's just too much. I really can't deal with it. I can't. The pool, though, cute. Put your feet in. Or just wait around. Or just, like, take cute pictures. I like the pool. It's clean. You know what I mean? But also save the oceans. Because, yikes. Marine life? Okay. So, I really can't remember the last time I wore a swimsuit. And if I did, I don't remember the last time I felt comfortable in one. And, okay, what is happening? I'm sorry, guys. Let me just... Oh, my computer's acting up. I'm stressed about it. So, I just really want to revolutionize myself in a way. You know what I mean? And let's look at the definition of the word revolutionize, okay? Because a huge thing that I have learned is to speak positively. And that's like, that's going in the opposite direction of, I have to diet right now. I have to lose all this weight. Like, I have to look like this. You don't have to do anything, babe, unless you are in a dangerous situation where, you know, certain illnesses, certain diseases, you're just impacting your health, then okay, that might be a half. You know, that might be a little half. But for me, I am grateful that I'm not in that situation. I just know that I could be so much better as I eat this salted caramel cookie right now. Oh God, and that's what I mean. Like, I could be better in that regard because this is we'll talk about it later. But for breakfast, you know, I had my milk cereal, which I'm just never going to change that. I don't care. I would love to have eggs more. I should cook eggs. I do love a good egg. Oatmeal, but I love cereal. And I'm drinking almond milk. I have officially stopped with whole milk. First off, whole milk, no. I have never, except when I was a baby, but I have never chosen to drink whole milk. If you're doing that, just sentence yourself to life in prison right now. Thank you. 2% milk, though, was my bop. 1% as well. Even skim. But now I'm like, almond milk? If y'all are not on that almond milk train, like, you are missing out, Garrett. And you have to do the vanilla. You can't do original because that's disgusting. So, girl, get in there. So I love that. That's at least helping my body. For lunch, you know, sometimes we do a cute little Buddha bowl moment on my campus. You get the whole grand rice. You get the cauliflower, which I've been loving, guys. Cauliflower, my new favorite thing. I just want to have them and eat them as chips. Also, carrots. I love carrots. Like, I love carrots. Guys, this is so revolutionary for me. Oh, yes, I need to look up the word revolutionary. Wait, revolutionize? What was the word I used? Okay, revolutionary, involving or causing a complete or dramatic change. Y'all already know me, guys. I am dramatic. I'm the most dramatic girl up in these streets. And I'm like, if we're going to do a change, we're going to make it big. But I also need it to be sustainable. Because in DC, I don't know if, have I talked about this? When I was in DC this summer, I did not eat. I don't know if I talked about this. But I did not eat really because of, I don't want to say anxiety because I have not been diagnosed with anything like that. But when I did explain it to people who have been diagnosed, they're like, yep. So I was like, oh, okay. But for right now, I'll say anxious because I'm not sure. Because I was in a private room, you know, and I didn't want to be downstairs when all the other people in the house were downstairs. And that shocked me completely. Because my stomach was screaming. I was so hungry. And many nights, while I was waiting, I would just fall asleep and just not eat dinner. And that was so disgusting for my body. I lost so much weight. And then I also just would walk around a lot. So I was losing weight, but that's not sustainable at all. I love eating. I'm never going to stop eating. Ever. And so I need something sustainable. But I also want it to be revolutionary. And so 5 months to change myself, eating better, eating cleaner, but also hitting up this gym. Guys, when was the last time I went to the gym? God. I mean, the last workout I probably did was Orange Theory, which I did in DC, which is fantastic. I highly recommend it. But I really need to bump up into this gym. It's just so hard with my schedule, with work, with classes, with wanting to see friends, with wanting to attend all the senior festivities, all that. Like, it's tough. And you know what? I've never thought I would be that person who says it. But I'm like, honestly, alcohol does have calories. And not that I'm out here throwing back shots every day. Absolutely not. And I go out and I can be completely sober. I don't need alcohol at all. But when I do, it's to be social, and I'm still just like, it is calories, like, do I really, I don't know how many calories it is. It's not like beer or anything, but I want to look at that too. I don't know. And the Domino's, y'all tell me enough, thanks, because every time I put on my Snapchat, y'all are so quick to be like, wow, there she goes again. Another paycheck spent on Domino. Like, enough! I like Domino's, okay? And my metabolism is fantastic in that if I eat Domino's, the next morning I look better than I did when I went to bed. I don't know. I can't explain it to you, but it's a gift and I'm so blessed. But I also know it's not good for me. I know it's not healthy and I shouldn't do it. I shouldn't do it. So I just want to revolutionize. I just want to be confident, guys, because I exude that already with my personality. But I just want that with my body too. So I can just be like, this is like, hello, again, the greatest showman. I always have to quote, I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me, period. So I just want to revolutionize. And getting into why this is R&R, raw and real, I think the whole thing about, and it's touchy, because when you have friends coming up to you, or when you say it yourself, oh, I want to lose weight, I want to, you know, I've been getting bigger, things like that. What's the first thing
people say, or that you even say to these people. Of course it's gonna be like, what? What? Girl, you look fantastic. You look beautiful. Queen. A whole ass king snack. A whole 5-course meal. Of course, because that's your friend, or these friends love you so much, and you want to be like, that you would even think that about yourself. You are an angel, perfect from above. You do not need to change. Which, of course, I get that. But also, as someone who says it too, like someone who says that I want to do this, I want to make this change, it's because the way that the place that I'm in right now, I know is not the best I can be. And that's the biggest thing. Because there's a huge difference from the people who are like, I want to better myself and I want to do this for me because I know that I'm capable of so much more. I know that this will make me happy. Not that I'm not happy now, but it'll make me happier. I know that this is going to make me more confident. And, you know, who doesn't want to be more confident? The human body, just presentation is a source for so many people's insecurities. Like, the biggest question, what are you most insecure about? Usually it has to do with the body a lot of the time, because, I mean, that's how we present ourselves when you meet someone. You look at the body. Like, that's just how we see people. So, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. And it's just because, like, I was talking to my friend, and she was like, yeah, last year I kind of fell off the handle during finals. I was eating a lot of junk food. I was doing all this, and I gained 10 pounds, and that was a lot for me, and I want to make that change. And it's like, that makes so much sense. You know, 10 pounds can be so much for a person, especially if you are more on the smaller end. 10 pounds is going to be like a huge difference for you. And so if you want to remove that, what's the problem? There is no problem. Do you, babe? Do you? And so I just want to, like, you know, better myself too. And it's just, I never know how to navigate it when people are saying, like, oh, you look gorgeous, you look like a queen. And, like, when I say it too, because when someone's like, oh, like, I want to lose weight, what are you going to be like? Like, yeah, honestly, I was gonna say that, but you beat me to it, girl. Like, honestly, maybe if you just ran a little more, like, if you just had another serving of stuff, no one's going to say that. No one in their right mind is going to say that. So maybe if we change the conversation to be more like, oh, like, really? Like, girl, yes, I support it. Honestly, do you, babe? I support it. I think that's the biggest thing you can offer someone. Support. Who doesn't want support? I want support. That's so crucial. That's so crucial. So I don't know, guys. I'm going to go on this journey. Who knows? Who knows when it's going to start? Oh, God. Because this week, well, I can do good things this week. This weekend, though, I'm going to be at Busch Gardens. You already know. I'm going to have a funnel cake. I'm going to have a funnel cake. I don't think I've ever gone to Busch Gardens or an amusement park in that manner and not had a funnel cake. If you go to an amusement park and you don't have a funnel cake, I need you to check yourself in for a life sentence at prison right now. It's just like if you don't have popcorn at the oh my God, now I'm all over the place. Oh God. It's like if you don't have popcorn at the movies, I also need you to go ahead and check yourself into prison. Thank you so much. But I don't know. I'm excited for this journey, guys. I'm excited to see what there is to see. Be who I am to be. Barbie girl. So that's also exciting. Anything else raw and real that I wanted to discuss? Anything else R&R? Maybe. So, okay. There's been a lot of talk about a recession. Now, I don't really know much about that. I know what one is. I just don't know when this next one's coming, how much that's going to have an impact on graduating class 2020. You know the vibes. Like, I don't even know what that situation's going to be. But, oh my God, my laptop, stop. So I know that there's talk of this, and, it's weird because in my sociology readings, where, okay, so I'm reading, I already read it, but it was a book talking about the social reproduction theory. That's actually what my whole essay is going to be about. And it's how, as you're socialized, your parents give you resources and they give you like norms and beliefs and how you should present yourself to the world. And that's called habitus. Just the normals in your life. And with those come capital. So with the normals, like, oh, you're being taught to speak English, you have that capital. You know how to speak the native language, or you know how to speak English, which is we speak that in the United States. A lot of people speak that in the United States. And then you have human capital, which is, oh, you have all these social networks. And then you have economic capital. There's so much capital. But society rewards capital in different ways. And the example I always love to give is, I don't know if you knew this, but I'm Black. And the way that I speak is not how society feels Black people should speak, because Black people are usually boxed into one thing. And so every Black person, ask them. We all have our little white person voice that we use whenever, certain structural institutions are going to reward that more. You understand? Because in this textbook, or not in this textbook, in this reading, this one individual, he was Black, he was saying how his employers all spoke one way, so he tried to fit into that. He was coming off of living, in the projects and in extreme poverty, and he had slowly built his way up, but he realized, okay, this capital is not being rewarded, so I need to get this capital. And just basically all of this is to say that the people I'm reading about in this book are completely different from me. They are living in poverty. They went to schools that are not prestigious, in that they didn't even go to college. Some of them barely graduated high school. They are dealing with crime. They're dealing with drugs. They're dealing with what else are they dealing with? Family instability, all of these things. And they're just navigating the job market. And it was basically to show that social reproduction, is a thing, because what they were born into, even if they tried hard in school, because of where they're at and because of the habitus and the capital that they have, it's hard for them to move upward. And I don't know what it was, but as I was reading this, and it's been a couple of articles now, for some reason it just scares me, but I'm not even in that position, so it doesn't make sense at all. I'm fortunate enough to have advantages which are likely to be more valued, and hopefully I'm more likely to get into the job field that I want, and have the networks that are going to help me get there. And yet reading these still made me afraid. I don't know why. I can't explain it. I really don't understand. But maybe it's just because the job market's tough, regardless of who you are. Because I have friends who are so talented and they are in business, and so those applications are coming up now. With me, I want to get into, me, communications, I want to be on Entertainment Tonight, NBC News. Those aren't going to start until maybe November-ish, but they've already been interviewing, even in summer. And to just, when they keep telling me I didn't get it, oh, they said no, it just baffles me, because I'm you're so talented, you have so much to offer, I just don't understand. It's so tough, and you could graduate from the best school, you could do all these extracurricular activities, you could have so many leadership positions, and still get that no. And it sucks. It sucks so hard. And then, wow, guys, going all the way back to what I was originally talking about at the beginning, that's where you just have to defend yourself, not to the person and be I demand that you hire me right now. Not do that. But something that I actually did, again, R&R, raw and real, I recorded the video of myself crying and just hyping myself up. I don't know. I just thought it was so important for me to do that. And I was you're going through a tough time right now, and it feels like you're doing this alone, but you're going to look back on this and it's just gonna be like a laugh because you're gonna be at such a good position. You're gonna have your TV show. You're going to be on that red carpet. Girl, you're going to be at the Oscars on stage accepting your award. And I just kept talking to myself like that because I was like, I'm going to get there. It's gonna be tough. I'm seeing it with my friends. With me, I don't even have the major for what I want to be in. But that's not going to stop me because the path that I want to get into is the only path that I can see for myself. It really is. I just don't want, I can't see myself in anything else. I really can't. And I just have that imaginative mindset. I don't know if you guys think in that way, but I'm very much big picture type of person. And so I'm thinking, oh yes, I can see myself. I'm living in LA or I'm in New York and I have a cute little, I don't even know what they're called. Those little, studio apartment, and it's #totes adorbs, and I'm with my roommates or I'm alone. I don't really know what the situation is gonna be. And then I meet this cool ass person and I decide, oh shoot, we should date. And then we date and then it's awesome. And then we get married. Oh, what? And then we have cool babies that are one half me, one half him. And this baby is fantastic because can I just say, my babies are going to be iconic. Why? Because I'm iconic. And I'm the person that I'm going to love already. They're going to be so lucky. Because the love that I have so much of it. Honestly, looking at my watch here, 21 years of love crammed into my heart, ready to be thrown at a person. So much love. So, I'm going to pick a good one. And it's just, the little baby's going to be a combination of me and him. So how is this baby not going to be iconic? I'm so excited about it. And then we're going to move to Europe because maybe he'll be European. I don't know. Like, would I love that? Yeah. Maybe he's going to be European. And we'll just live in Europe and have our escargot and our baguettes with our croissant and fromage. And on va marcher sur la rue. Et on va voir la Tour Eiffel et l'Arc de Triomphe. On va voir le Louvre. Et après le Champs-Élysées. Like, life is going to be amazing for me, and I'm so excited. So I just need to rip myself out of that mindset. Like, yes, it's gonna be tough. Yes, there are going to be mountains, but ain't no mountain high, ain't no river low, ain't no river wide. Ooh, I don't really know what it is, but what is wrong with me today, guys? Like I say, with these episodes where I don't have anything written, I just go off with it. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. It's about 38, so I'm gonna just start wrapping up here because my exits take so long with it. But I hope you have the most amazing week. I hope that you do something fun for fall break. I'm on fall break. I know a lot of you listening are on fall break. But I hope you just have a good weekend and you relax. Life is so tough sometimes, and one thing that a former boss actually said, which was actually very interesting, because he was dealing with a project that was taking a lot of time to get done, and so many people had to get involved, and it was just being pushed back, so many drafts being rejected, everything like that. And he was like, sometimes when the going gets to be too tough, you just have to accept. And I never thought that way before. I think because we've always just been tough. Like, don't take no for an answer, but hi. You know the sense that I'm talking about, okay? When it deals with other people, no means no, period. But I'm talking about in the sense that, if you go and try for this job and you get a no, like, no, you have to keep going, you have to keep trying, which, yes, makes sense. But sometimes when you're applying yourself so hard and it's taking a toll on you, sometimes you just need to step back, babe, and just be like, okay, look, this route is not working. What are we going to do instead? We're going to dig a tunnel. I'm going to have my flashlight. I'm going to have my little, what is that little stick thing with the double-ended spear? We're going to have that, and we're going to climb our way through, and we're going to make it another route. But this route is not working, and I'm not going to continue to apply myself here. I just think that's so important. Please take that how you will, in whatever context, except for the context with other people. I just need to reiterate. Because some of y'all don't understand that. Some of y'all don't get that, okay? Thanks. But yeah, that was just a little, one little spark in my brain that I wanted to throw in there too, because, I don't know, it's so important to take care of yourselves, guys. And then that just like goes back to as well, and taking care of yourself, which is eating real food. I know I'm not the best example as I have my little cookie, but today has just been a day. We all have those days. But I hope you take the time to recharge, recuperate, get your mind in check. Oh! And be that revolutionary star and shine bright like the diamonds you are, guys. Okay? Okay. I love you all so much. I'm going to go. Thank you so much for listening. I hope I haven't... Okay. Yeah, it's time for me to go. It's time for me to go. All right, guys. Bye.